Hello and welcome to Matt's Mosh Pit, and tonight I'm going to be checking out Would You Walk With Me Through Hell by Lord of the Lost and Infected Rain. But before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown me and my channel so far. It truly means a lot, and I could not do this without you. So folks, if you've been a fan of this channel, you know that I have done 50 million Lord of the Lost reactions at this point. I feel like just in this year, because they have 3 albums kind of back to back to back, and which is super cool. It's a great idea. I love Lord of the Lost, and the more and more I listen to them, I love them even more. So this has nothing to do with my love of Lord of the Lost. It's just that I've mentioned this in the past, is their output is faster than my output. So like, I feel like my channel has become the Lord of the Lost channel, because I feel like every time I do a reaction, or at least release a reaction, another song comes out. And so there's some comedy on this one, because the last reaction I did, somebody had said that, you know, they've got more songs in the comments. Somebody had mentioned that they have more songs coming out. And I was the first, I said, you know, that's super, super cool. I can't wait to check them out. I don't know if I'll be doing reactions for them, only because I have a bunch of other things that I kind of need to do or want to do. And so I might have to skip a few Lord of the Lost videos, which is, I'm sure, perfectly fine, you know, but I looked at YouTube and I saw that they released a song, just like the person in the comment said, but they didn't tell me who it was with. And as soon as I saw Infected Rain, I was like, yep, they got me again.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
I have to do a reaction to this one. You know, if you throw Infected Rain in here, I have to do it. And I just want to say this. I have so much respect for Infected Rain, and I owe them so much from me, this, you know, from this whole channel, because when I was just starting this channel, I didn't really have that many subscribers and whatnot, and I reached out to Infected Rain because I kind of knew they were coming to my area, and I reached out to them to see if I could do an interview, and they were like, absolutely, yeah, let's do this. And super, super cool. Not only like the day of the show, I had probably about an hour, hour and a half with Lena, and we just had like the best conversation. She was the coolest person in the world, and she just won me over right then and there. But really, not just her, the rest of the band was fantastic as well. So from that moment, you know, without even seeing them live at that point, I was just like, this band's awesome. I love them. And fortunately for me, I love their music. They were fantastic live that night when I saw them. But really, I just owe a lot to Infected Rain, because they really gave me the confidence to continue this, you know, because it was very, very early. And like I said, I didn't have any, you know, really many subscribers at all. And they could have easily just said, you know, no time, you know, whatever. And trust me, there have been other, you know, bands, and it's not the band necessarily, but it's usually the PR person that usually will, you know, kind of say something like, well, yeah, thank you, but they're not doing interviews at this point. Meanwhile, I see the same band doing interviews with a bunch of people. But I totally get it. It's all about a numbers and who's going to get views and all that kind of stuff. So I totally understand. I don't take offense to it at all. But I was extremely grateful, and still am extremely grateful, for the fact that Lena, you know, was absolutely, you know, she treated me with the utmost respect. And it was a freezing cold day too. I remember we were outside and for like an hour and a half, and you're just sitting there, and it was freezing cold. She didn't complain one bit. We just had such a great conversation, and she was generally just the nicest person in the whole wide world, and really gave me the confidence to, continue this and feel comfortable or at least try to feel comfortable interviewing other bands or feeling like I do kind of belong. And she gave me a lot of that inspiration. And for that, I'm just forever going to be grateful. Unfortunately, I love their music too, so that absolutely helps. This whole collab thing, like, how do I say no? I can't. I have to do it. So with that being said, folks, let's just check out Would You Walk With Me Through Hell by Lord of the Lost and Infected Rain. I was very curious to see how Lena was going to show up in the song, because I know she has a beautiful, clean singing voice, but she also has just the most amazing, like, hardcore gutturals. And so it was, we get a little bit of both. I think that's super cool. So, and Chris always sounds great. So I love this. I want to be in that room. I want to hang out with both of them. I think they all just seem like uber cool people. This is the vibe I love for them. And so I'm just happy that they were able to get together and make this at this point. I feel like they don't even need to ask me. They don't even need to say, like, would you walk with me through hell? They just say, hey, you want to walk with me? I'm following them anywhere. I'll follow both of them anywhere they want me to go. Because, hey, even if it's going to hell, I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm with some cool people. So, boom, count me in, folks.
Nothing gone, lost in bed.
Okay, there you have it. That was Would You Walk With Me Through Hell by Lord of the Lost and Infected Rain. I don't need to tell you. I loved it. I loved it. It's just, like I said, it's a combination of the people, and don't get me wrong, I have never met Chris. It would be awesome if I did or could, because I've seen interviews. He just seems to be like the coolest person in the whole wide world. The whole band seems to be super cool on the Lord of the Lost side. I know the Infected Rain people are awesome. So for me, it's just like a perfect match. And just their music styles alone, I love every bit of it. So this is just like a perfect match for me. And I just think that's fantastic. I'm going to throw this out there, just throwing it out there, only because Lord of the Lost, I know the Opus Noir Volume 2 comes out in December. And then I think they have one coming out a couple months later than that. I want to say it's like April, but I know they're going to keep putting out more and more songs, and I want to cover as many as I can, but there may be a couple that I have to like let go because they're outpacing me on this one. So bear with me, folks. With my luck, I'll release this video and they'll have another one already out. But if they have another collaboration with the band, like I said, an Infected Rain, with my luck, the next one is going to be like them in Flames or them in Iron Maiden or them in, Arch Enemy, something to where I can't say no. It's just, so that'll be my luck. But just throwing it out there that, I'm, as much as I'd like to do every single Lord of the Lost video that comes out, there may be a couple that I have to kind of let go just because of time and all that kind of good stuff. But just know I'm a huge, huge fan of the band. Can't wait to see them in January. And yeah, so with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.